Hi guys.
Everyone, welcome to another little business talk and behind the scenes, letting you in on what's been happening at Doggy Grub. So today we wanted to talk specifically about the fish recipe and then give you a little update about our kangaroo recipe. So as many of you know, we've been trying to launch a third flavor, which is the fish casserole, for the last 3 years now. Initially, the problem was resources, and then end of last year, we also had an issue with manufacturers and having to change manufacturers, so that created a hold up. And now, when we were close to finally launching it before the end of this year, as you know, SA has been hit with an algae bloom, and all the ecosystem of the ocean and the river and the Coorong is being affected. It's actually really dire. So that means that the fisheries have stopped working, and the fish that we were gonna use, which is carp, is not available anymore. Obviously not safe either for your pet, so we will not be using that. So while I don't want to turn this problem into, our personal thing, it's obviously terrible what's happening. But for us on a small scale, it means that this fish is again going to have a hold up
for a while.
Yeah. Hopefully the situation can be rectified quickly for the sake of the planet and the animals. But there probably won't be any fish for the next few years, unfortunately. It's a shame because we're very proud of this recipe. It's really good, and we're sure your pets would love it. But unfortunately, it's taking a backseat.
Yeah, so all this has led to us in the background talking to our pet nutritionist about what the other third flavour may, what protein it might have, what's the main components. So we're working with that in the background, and we'll bring you news as it evolves.
Actually, leave us in the comments what you would want the recipe to be, or what protein you're interested in. And so the second part of our little meeting of our agenda is the kangaroo flavor. So initially that flavor or that stock was supposed to be back by mid-July.
Yeah, about now.
About now, exactly. Unfortunately, the supplier that we're using, so we're using different suppliers because we want to stay local, so they're all from Australia, specifically from South Australia. And unfortunately, the main supplier that we were using and will be using for
many years,
9
years plus.
Yeah, they were missing one document to be allowed in our new manufacturing place. Yeah. So we've had to pivot and use another one of our suppliers, which
we've had for many years as well. We've worked on and off with multiple, probably 3 or 4 roof suppliers over the last few years.
Yeah.
So, it's still someone that we know and trust.
Yeah, and still someone local. So they're good to go, but that has created a bit of a delay. Yeah. So now what the manufacturers do is they're going to run again another trial test with this meat, which although to us it's still kangaroo meat and it still comes probably from the same place in the end, because it's in SA anyway. For them, they still need to run a test with this new meat. It's as if you were introducing a new component to the recipe, and they have to try and see if they can replicate the recipe with that component. So
which they will, and they'll check with us, and then we'll okay it or ask them to do it again. But it got to a point where we were very happy with it, so we don't see any more delays
after this.
Yeah.
So
and I wanted to touch base on the fact of this manufacturer. We've never worked with someone or a manufacturing facility this large. It's slightly larger than the one we were using before, and they are stricter on what comes into their facility and the protocols, and the machinery used is top of the line.
Yeah.
We haven't. Yeah. So it's new for us, and this is part of the reason why the onboarding of the ingredients and suppliers is taking a little longer.
But it is good because they really align with our way of thinking, and our ethos for pet food. We want the best. We want the same that what human food would be, and they provide human food. They specialize in human food.
This is their first undertaking of a pet food brand, even though we're human food.
Yeah.
So the good news is, with the stringent onboarding of ingredients and suppliers that this manufacturer has, it means that once the ingredients and supply are locked in, we're good. There won't be any more supply issues.
Yeah, stock will be back to normal on the website, and you'll be able to order regularly. As you know, we cook in small batches quite often, so your food is always fresh. So that will now be all back to normal. But it did take a long time. Yeah, it took a year, and then we're only starting talking about it now in the last few months. But behind the scene, it's been going on for almost 12 months, which
13 months now,
which is very long for them. Even them, they have said that it doesn't normally take that long, and they apologize for that. But it's the first time, as Doggy said, they're working for a pet company. And we use a lot of different ingredients in our casserole. We don't just use one or two. We use a lot of little ingredients so that the formula is complete and balanced. And so for them, that's the tricky part because each ingredient has to pass so many little tests to be allowed in their facility. And so without going into too much detail, we've talked about it in the previous video, but the kangaroo will likely be available by September. We'll reach out to any of you that have a meal plan with us and have subscribed to let you know that it's back on. So everyone that has a mix of casserole or has been on kangaroo and has had to pause, unfortunately, you will know first when the kangaroo is back in stock.
And we apologise for any disruption it's caused you and your pet because we know how important the food is that they get used to, and especially the fussy dogs out there.
Yeah. So that concludes our little video. Please. We don't always just talk about business. We have amazing videos as well with health tips and nutrition. So if you're into that, please browse our library of videos and give them a little thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to support us. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
See you next time.